guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. First of all, Happy New Year. I hope that 2018 is going to be a wonderful year for everybody watching. For my returning viewers, thank you. I really appreciate you sticking with me throughout the past year. I appreciate all of your likes, your comments. It really does mean a lot to me. And for new viewers who have found me here, I'm very happy that you stumbled across my video here on YouTube, and I hope that the messages resonate. And if they do, please feel free to like, share, and hopefully subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Now today's reading will be a 10-card Celtic cross, right? Focusing on the energy surrounding each of the signs for the month of January 2018. I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck for the main reading. Putting 10 cards plus one additional card from the bottom of the deck is the overall energy for the month. And then I pulled two additional guidance cards from the Soul's Journey deck by James von Praagh and the Soulful Woman guidance card deck. Okay, so I pulled two additional ones just for extra messages for the month of January. Just a couple of things before we get into the reading quickly. The 2018 overview readings, they're up for all of the signs. So please do go, watch your video, watch your sun sign, but I also suggest watching your moon sign and your rising sign. That way you will have a really, a better idea of what is coming up for you throughout the year. Sometimes some of the messages won't resonate in one of the videos, but then when you watch, all three together, you really get a better picture of what's coming up for you. So those are posted. For Virgos watching out there, I really do apologize. Apparently at the beginning of the video for Virgo, the 2018 overview video, I think I'd immediately finished recording Aquarius, and then I stopped and I meditated on Virgo, shuffled, and I guess I had Aquarius on my mind. I kept saying Aquarius instead of Virgo, but it was for Virgo, that reading. So I edited and I uploaded the video. So I apologize for that, Virgo. Sorry about that. Okay, so continuing on. Again, the messages in the videos, in all of my videos, they are general. Right, I do obviously focus on each sign as I meditate, and the reading is for that particular sign, but there are many people with many different situations, right, watching the videos. The only way that you can really get a good personalized, look at what's going on in your life is to get a private reading with me. If you're interested, you can take a look at my site. There you'll find all the information about the readings that I offer, as well as pricing. My site is changingphasestarot.weebly.com, or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Okay, and one last thing, I will be putting out for the full moon at the beginning of January. I'll be doing so in the next couple of days. I'll be posting a full moon special reading for this new full moon of the first super moon of the year, and I'll also be doing my giveaway that I do. So it will be a drawing for a 1-card reading. I will post a separate video for that explaining exactly what you need to do, but if you're interested, just follow the instructions and you'll be entered in a drawing to win a free reading with me. It's just something that I like to do at each full moon, and it's just my way of giving back to everybody who watches me. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and enough talking. Let's get into your reading. See you in a minute. Hi Scorpio, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your January 2018 reading. As you can see, I've already laid out the spread here, and I'm really doing that just to save time. So I've been shuffling off camera, meditating on the cards, and then laying the spread, before I start the video, and it seems to be working. I've managed to keep my videos around the 30-minute mark, so that was my goal for this month, so good. Okay, let me lower down the camera here. We can see the cards a little better. And we'll start off with your overall energy for the month of January 2018, Scorpio. You have 10 of Wands. Now this card It's interesting because I don't probably won't be able to see it that well on the camera, but the colors of the two oracle cards that came out, that I'll get into it, at the end of the reading, are very similar in color to this Ten of Wands card. There are lots of, deep reds and oranges and yellows mixed in with, kind of browns. So very similar color schemes going on. But what the Ten of Wands has to do with Wands energy, or the suit of Wands, it deals with the daily matters. So the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. It's the work that we do. It's also our ambition, right? To do with creativity, creative projects, and our ambition and drive to complete work that we do on these tasks and projects. So with the Ten of Wands, this is a card that, as you can see, the man is, let me hold this up again. You see how he looks very weary, right? He's plodding along. The horse is plodding along here, going uphill. He looks very tired, the horse does. The man looks very tired. You see that he's carrying the 10 wands on his back. And, this has been a long time for him carrying this weight, because you don't get to, this 10 of wands energy overnight. This is really, this is built up over time. So this could have been, he started off with a couple of wands on his back. He went gaining more and more weight, more and more problems, responsibilities, and just became laden down with these 10 wands. And so the card, what it really speaks of is a feeling of burden, right? Feeling overloaded, kind of feeling as if he has to struggle. You can see how the horse really looks like it's struggling to make it uphill there. This could be, in the work environment, in the work sense, it could be you really taking on or taking on too much work, so more work than you should probably have taken on, kind of like a workaholic, right? It's that type of mentality. Sometimes it's a card that shows that, whatever you've been dealing with, maybe over the last few months or even, in the last year, to make it, to get to this 10 of wands, that it's just been very kind of like you're fighting this uphill battle, very difficult, as much as you try, it's kind of like things, just haven't really fallen into place for you. It's just been one thing after another that you're dealing with. But in saying that, ends are endings in the tarot, right? So after this 10 of wands, comes in the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning, right? It's that divine hand extending out of the clouds, out of the universe, kind of extending this divine blessing. So after the 10 comes a new beginning, comes the Ace of Wands. So whatever it is, however hard this has been for you, having this as the overall energy for the month of January, it just shows me that you are very close to the end of something, right? Of a particular cycle, of a particular struggle, of a particular situation. You're very close to getting to the end of that. And once you do, there'll be new things coming in. And you do have other cards in the reading that really speak of new things coming in, and you sort of moving towards that expansive energy. And I'll get to those cards in 1 second. So at the center of the reading, you have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so this is Cups energy, which deals with our feelings, our emotions. It also has to do with psychic abilities, intuition. But you see how on this card, it probably won't show up that well, but there are 8 cups, right? They're all spilled out in the water. So, whatever emotions and happiness, that she had with those 8 cups, you see how it's all just kind of, it's spilled out. She doesn't have it anymore. She's had enough of that, There is nothing there for her. And even though it's a little sad for her, right? Whenever we leave a certain situation, she's turned her back and she's actually walking away here. And even though that does bring about a sense of sadness, and it's never easy to turn our backs on a situation or a person, or, especially if it's been sort of this long built up, especially with the Ten of Wands there, a long time coming type of energy. She also knows that there are greater things ahead of her, right? So this card is typically thought of as a card of transition. Having this at the center of the reading, it tells me that this month of January is going to be quite significant for you with transitions, easing out of one, even though it might be a little difficult, even easing out of one situation into another, leaving something behind, but it's in search of something that is going to bring you greater, fulfillment or happiness. And what's crossing this, which can help or hinder, you have a very nice card. This is the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card that speaks of, the Suit of Pentacles has to do with material wealth, right? It's the material possessions, the tangible things that we can touch and feel here in the material realm. And you can see that the woman, she looks very content. She's in this beautiful garden. She has 9 pentacles around her. She has this proud-looking peacock next to her. She has this beautiful tiger. She has everything that she could ask for. So she has really created the life that she wants for herself, right? She is feeling very financially stable. She has provided for herself. She has brought all of this wealth, and she's brought it into her own life. So she's feeling very content and very proud of herself for this. So with you leaving something behind, I think what's coming in to help you here is this Nine of Pentacles, which is you achieving something, financially, you feeling proud of yourself for having achieved something financially that's going to bring you, it's going to bring you more fulfillment, right, and happiness than whatever this is you're leaving behind. Now, at the foundation of your reading, you have more Pentacles energy. This is the Three of Pentacles, and this card typically speaks of, again, it's the material, the work. Sometimes Pentacles has to do with, it's the work that we do. It has to do with education as well. Material possessions that we are able to buy with money that we make from the work we do. And usually we think of the Three of Pentacles as partnering up with people sometimes to achieve a goal. It's about planning as well, planning for the future. And you could see that the man on the card, he's working very diligently, right? He's working hard there. So they've, whatever they're working on, it's like they've completed a short-term goal, right? But there's a bigger, there's something bigger that they would like to achieve. And, they're possibly working towards this Nine of Pentacles that you have at the center, right? They're working towards this financial stability and having everything that they could possibly want. So it's a card that speaks of planning, right? And just kind of understanding that with planning, with hard work, with persistence, using your skills, right? Using whatever your particular skills are, that you will achieve the goal, right? By working hard, by working very hard and sticking to this plan, possibly teaming up with other people as well, right? So it's kind of like this is a beginning of something great, right? Good things could come from this. But this is sort of the beginning phases, right? Like the planning stages. In the past position, you have more Cups energy, some more emotions, right? And this is a beautiful card. So we have the Ten of Wands over here, which is more, sometimes the tens in the deck, they can be kind of like endings, that have taken a long time to come, sort of thing. Or they can be like these culminations where this is like the ultimate, this is the ultimate happiness card. This is the ultimate love and happy families and the loving relationship that begins with the Two of Cups, the soulmate card. It really culminates with this Ten of Cups card. So you see there's the couple, and now they have a child, so their family is complete. So there's a very, it's a very happy, loving energy that surrounds this Ten of Cups. Now, with this appearing in the past position, this could be, actually in the past that you had this, happy, relationship, or this happy family. It's kind of this perfect blend of, of love, of friendship, um, of just coming together, right? Of having this very warm and loving relationship, right? With the two people and the child. So this could have been in the past. You had this. I don't know how this. We'll see how this ties in with this Eight of Cups, because it's leaving something behind. But I feel more that it's to do with. I kind of feel that this Eight of Cups is walking away from maybe something financial, that a business venture, or something to do with your work, especially with this Ten of Wands as the overall energy. You might be feeling it's very overworked, very tired, and that's caused you that, even though you have managed to accrue quite a bit of financial wealth here, I think that you're walking away from it because it's no longer satisfying you. You're no longer happy with whatever this is. And I think that this Ten of Cups, it's strange because you have, in the past position, you have the Ten of Cups with this, happy family energy. And then coming up in the future position, you have the Four of Wands, which is the marriage card. So it's almost like I get, for some of you watching the video, that this could be kind of like a past relationship, not just, recent past. This could go back maybe into last year. Maybe this was, for those of you who have gotten out of a marriage, maybe before you had, this family, and then you walked away from that, or you got out of that, particular, maybe there was a divorce, I'm not sure. And then this feels like it's something new coming in here. This Four of Wands feels like, it's new energy. I don't feel like it's really attached to this Ten of Cups. So this could be from the past, and maybe with this in the past, that's maybe if there was a separation or divorce, this has really brought about this, working overtime and just really pouring yourself into your work, just focusing on that to gain financial stability here. Let's continue. We'll see what other messages come through. Finding your reading, you have Hermit. Okay, so this is really a card of retreating from the world, right? It's introspection, really taking time out to gain a better perspective on something, right? On a situation. You see that here's the Hermit. She is sitting up in the mountain. She's kind of surveying the scene below. She does have the light that's guiding her, and she's really looking for some type of clarity on a situation, right? So there might be a situation that you're dealing with that, you're a little unsure of how to proceed. Maybe, you've needed to take this time out for yourself. If this was you, coming out of a long-term relationship, maybe this was you just taking this time out, taking time to be on your own to kind of really, ponder on what your next steps are going to be, where you want to go from here. It could be that, but generally the Hermit has to do with kind of putting things on hold, right, in order to concentrate or meditate on something, right, possibly to reevaluate your own path in life, right, or the current path that you're on. Is that what you want for yourself, coming in the next few months or a few years? Is, are you on the right path? So sometimes it's when we kind of step back and reevaluate what our goals and our path in life is. So it's really to get a greater understanding is what the purpose of the Hermit card is. So there might have been something that you've needed to gain this understanding about. But what's coming up in the future position is another really nice card. It's the Four of Wands, and this is, Wands energy. We were talking about it over here with the Ten of Wands. The Four of Wands really speaks of, it speaks of stability, because the fours are generally, it's stable energy, but it also speaks of milestones, right? Achieving milestones. If this is in a relationship, we usually think of it as, achieving a milestone in a particular relationship. So this could be taking the relationship to the next level, whether this means moving in together, because this card is also associated with home, with a house. This could be you moving in with somebody, right? This could be you getting engaged, or this could even be you getting married. But it is, there could be a home move, right? This could have been you pondering this home move here. So, different, it'll play out differently for different people, but generally the card is considered to be kind of the marriage card, or the happy home card. So there could be some type of home move. There could be actual marriage, or taking your relationship to the next level. Now, you in the reading appear here as the Knight of Wands. And the Knights, first of all, the Knight of Wands is, the Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords are the two fastest moving knights in the deck. So he's usually, he's a fast moving energy. You appear as this Knight of Wands, right? So you appear as this very fiery character. And usually the knights, they act on things, okay? The pages in the court cards, the pages bring messages about certain situations, right? And the knights come in to move forward and charge ahead, and they really go after and act on whatever this is. So with you appearing with this very fiery energy, this could just be you feeling very confident now. Maybe you took this time out, and now there's some type of greater stability with this Four of Wands card coming in. There might be this, maybe there is a home move for you. And you're feeling very excited, right? Very full of life, really ready to, jump into action and charge ahead and go after whatever this new thing is that you're beginning. But what's surrounding you, or how people view you, right? Your surrounding energy is the Four of Pentacles. So sometimes this is referred to as the Miser card. And I kind of feel that, we have two fours here. And this four, yes, it's stable energy again. The four is stability, but you see how there's, let me hold it up closer. You see how it's too much? You see the way that she's clutching the coins? So with the Four of Pentacles, it's kind of that energy where, it's good to worry about money. It's good to want to save money, not to spend too much money. But then on the flip side, there's also you run the risk of turning into kind of, this Uncle Scrooge or mentality where you don't want to share with anybody, right? It's all yours, and you might start thinking that, kind of get a little paranoid, thinking that people are after your money, right? People are trying to steal your money. So it's really wanting to maintain control of and hang on to your possessions, okay? So, this person is really unwilling to share. She doesn't want to, she would rather actually be alone. Look how she's climbed up into this tree. She's alone in the tree, just surrounded by her money. And she would rather be on her own, with all of this material wealth that she has managed to accrue, than to share that with anybody else. So, this could be how people are viewing you. This could be you just, worrying. If you're, we've gone from sort of the Three of Pentacles here with the Nine of Pentacles as the crossing card. I mean, this could just be you, you see that you're starting to accrue wealth, you're starting to save money. Maybe there's been some loss of money in the past, and so you're very concerned about holding on to it now. But, there is this risk of, or the card cautions, not to kind of obsess over it, right? Just keep a balanced kind of view of money and your finances. Now, the last two cards, your hopes and fears. You have the Fool card, Major Arcana, number 0 of the Major Arcana, the Fool. Okay, and your outbound energy is the Three of Wands. So out of your reading, you have, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, You have 4 Wands cards. You have 2 Cups, 3 Pentacles, and 2 Major Arcana. So, most of what is happening during the month of January is really you being in control and you moving ahead and you doing things. It's kind of, yes, you do have Major Arcana energy in the spread, but I feel that it's really you're in charge this month. And the Fool, so what you're hoping for this new beginning. And I feel that this is tied in with this 8 of Cups at the center of the reading. So you are ready to step off. You see how the Fool, she has all the butterflies circling around her. Butterflies are, it's new life, it's rebirth. And she has one foot on the mountaintop and the other one is dangling off the edge. And she is ready to take that leap of faith. She trusts in this new beginning. She trusts in the universe. And she is ready, just like, with this kind of Knight of Wands, she's ready to step off here. So I feel that that's what you're hoping. You're hoping for this new beginning. You're hoping for this new journey. And the Fool is the beginning, right? It's the beginning of the Major Arcana, and the Major Arcana ends with card number 21, which is the World card, which is the culmination, the ending of the Fool's journey. So you are, hoping for some type of new beginning in this month of January. And with the outbound energy as the 3 of Wands, this is very expansive energy, okay? In the traditional tarot, there's usually a man and he's standing on the cliff and he's looking out to sea and he's waiting for his ships to come in. And so it's it's that feeling of sort of waiting to see what return on investment there's going to be, right? Because the 2 of Wands, which comes before this card in the deck, it has to do with decisions, right? And there are 2 paths, and it's you taking matters into your own hands and deciding which path to go down. And so the 3 of Wands really comes in and it's sort of the result of that decision. So you're waiting to see, what is going to come in now for you. It could actually have to do with something to do with overseas, since like I was saying, in the traditional deck, it has this ships coming in and looking out to sea. So there might be something overseas. There might be something that you're waiting to hear about from overseas, or this new beginning that you're hoping you have. It might be overseas. You might be traveling somewhere, right? You might be traveling by boat. You might be traveling to somewhere by the water. You might be moving to somewhere by the water with this, the 4 of Wands, the home. There might be a home move, at quite a distance, or by water, near water, over water, so moving to somewhere else. So new energy coming in, endings with this, 10 of Wands, but it brings about, the ace, which would come after this, which is a wonderful, exciting, new, fiery beginning. And the Ace of Wands, it speaks of, it can be new creative projects, can be new jobs, it's very exciting energy. So, I feel like you're kind of slogging along here, but ultimately, there are new beginnings towards the end of the month. This would really be, I would say, more in the, the last couple of weeks of the month of January. But there's something going on with your finances, you possibly working too much, feeling a little scared that you're going to lose whatever you may manage to save up. So just don't obsess over the money, but and maybe you are working too much. Maybe this new beginning, it's going to be in a completely different field, a completely different place that, and that will bring about new energy for you, which I think would be good, right? With this 8 of Cups and this transition card at the center of the reading, I think this will be good for you. Now, the 2 cards that you have, let me pick them up here. The first one from the Soulful Woman Oracle card deck, it's called Shining Bright. It's card number 18. And it says, I shine my light and allow my creative power to burn bright. This card doesn't come out that often, actually. And the other card is Grief. This is from the Soul's Journey deck by James Van Praagh. And it says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And you see the colors are very similar. Again, if I hold these, even these two cards, the colors are very similar. They're all yellows and browns and really go along with the Ten of Wands card. Okay, let me set these up. And for the Oracle cards, I like to read from the guidebook just to give you the overall, the entire meaning for the card. So the first one, grief, this one says, nothing is gone forever. The belief that we have lost someone or something is merely an illusion to assist us in learning to appreciate our having had it in the first place. The emotion of grief and the sense of loss are absolutely real, but that is the point. The lesson of loss is not about the actual physical separation, because the parting is temporary and illusory. The point of the lesson is to acknowledge that the bonds of love never end, and that we have not been abandoned. When you accept in your heart that you will be reunited with everything you have ever loved, it will give you the ability to move beyond your grief and derive something beneficial from the experience. To wallow in grief is to pass up the opportunity that you and your soul family have devised and learn nothing from it. Instead, allow your grief to take you to a place of deeper understanding. So there could be, this grief card, it could have something to do with this Ten of Cups, with losing something to do with a family. And I know that the Ten of Cups is usually, it's a very happy card. It's sort of this beautiful, happy family. But there might be some, for some of you, and this is in the past position, there might have been some grief that you had to endure. But it is important to to keep in mind that it is all just illusory. It's all the life and death and endings and beginnings. I mean, it's all just really change is what it is, right? It's the change from the physical plane to the spiritual plane. It's, when we lose something in life, or one chapter of our life ends, just like in a divorce, and then it's like this rebirth and we are reborn. It's all, different chapters come along. And yes, they're difficult, but change sometimes with this transition card, change can be difficult, but it's really about how we face that, right? How we face the situation, how we deal with it. And you see that she's very, even though she's sad with this Eight of Cups and walking away, she knows that there's something better coming in for her. So, I would just say to keep that in mind for those of you, who the message may resonate for you. And the other card, let me just pull this aside, card 18. The Shining Bright card says, I trust the fire of passion that burns in my heart, that deeply felt instinct about what I want to do next on my path. I shine in my glory and greatness and revel in my creative power. I am filled with gratitude for my life. My strength, beauty, and power shine through, even when I meet with criticism or resistance. Nothing can really slow me down when I'm following myself and my own inner light. I celebrate the light others shine forth too, as we are all divine beings with so much creative power that we long to express, share, and enjoy. So, I said there are you have a lot of Wands card, and it's very, it's fiery energy, and especially with this Shining Bright, with you appearing as this Knight of Wands, which is fire energy. And then the Three of Wands is the outbound energy, which is all about expansive energy. It's expansion, expanding our horizons, endless possibilities. So I think these two cards really tie in very nicely with this Shining Bright card. So overall, it looks like it's going to be an exciting month for you, I would think. I think that there are new things coming in, transitioning out of certain situations. So, I wish you all of the best for this first month of 2018. I thank you for joining me here today, Scorpio. I look forward to reading for you again next month. And just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light. Bye.